Okay, you guys, this week we're going to be doing the Erickson Meat and Grocery Building, about 1 block this way. Appreciate all your enthusiasm. All right, brief history. You guys know most of the story. Erickson Brothers started the meat and grocery business back in 1885. So what we're trying to do is we're going to come up with some concepts to befit the age, but it's going to be much more elaborate than they've done in the past. We're going to give something that's going to bring some attention, some notoriety to this building, and give that part of Main Street just a little more energy. So, sky's the limit. Tell me what you got.
Have they ever had an ad on the building?
They have had an ad, but it's just an awful block thing. Okay.
Oh, gee. So nothing cool,
No.
fun, Norman Rockwell type stuff or anything like that?
Nothing Norman Rockwell, nothing Lecter. And so I'm thinking Barbie Coast, I'm thinking saloon, something that is going to show kind of the heyday of Mount Pleasant, or at least this part of town.
I've never been to the Barbary Coast or in a saloon. I think I've stepped into a bar, but I think there's a difference between a bar and a saloon. So I'm not sure what he means.
Yeah, Barbie Coast. That would be the model of Barbie thing right after Barbie Prom. They did a Barbie Coast set.
The Barbary Coast referred to San Francisco, like after the Gold Rush, 1849. So probably maybe more the gay 90s, 1890s. Kind of like Gilded Age, fancy stuff. Lots of velvet and heavy, garish kind of junk.
You don't want it to be of a meat store, like we were thinking before.
A slaughtered
A slaughtered cow. He said gory, but not too gory. He said
tastefully gory.
Tastefully.
Like a 50s horror film gory, not...
No, like maybe the butcher's like holding up a slab of beef like this.
So the trompe l'oeil is the actual gore dripping down the side of the... This meat is fresh.
Or a side of beef in a shower with the butcher peeking behind the curtain.
Right, yeah. That's gold.
It'd be cool to have the price per pound. It was obviously a lot less than it is today. Like X amount of cents per pound, having a very ornate pricing, diagrams of cows and pigs showing the different cuts of meat.
How do I even describe that?
Meat cut diagram.
What if we do the thing so that it's an actual stable and this cow's kind of coming out of it? Maybe it's dressed up with some flowers and greenery around its neck, but it has that wild cow look.
Maybe the part that's coming out of the wall is a cow dressed up, but the part that's left in is skin, or down to the skeleton. So the halfway, like the wall is like something that it's passing through, and if it's still in the butcher shop, then it's just a skeleton, but when it's out and it's escaping, it's a cow.
We use from the neck down. Erickson Meats.
Erickson Meats.
At this point during the brainstorm process, I might feel like we're a little bit out of control and it's getting a little bit absurd, but I really think that it's kind of important to the creative process to let everything come, and plus it makes what we do a lot more fun. So we never take ourselves too seriously.
The cow's alive.
Yeah.
Kind of like Hannibal Lecter. He cuts the brains out of that guy, he's still alive, doesn't even know it. I saw it on TV. It was edited.
Well, I was actually thinking of free range, showing some free range cattle as a vignette.
Vignette is basically people in Italy that had really small properties like condos. They didn't have space for a vineyard, so they would grow a vignette, which was usually just one vine that they had to keep trimmed back, pruned pretty aggressively.
A vignette is a small little drawing or a piece of a bigger drawing that's set apart and sometimes just fades into the background, or it's just a little tiny portrait that's set apart.
And on the side of the pasture, a guy sharpening an axe.
Who invited him?
With a caption, happy till they're dead.
Happy cows taste better.
What about we do like the end product shop? We don't focus on the butcher or anything like that, but the Sunday dinner table.
I like that idea. What if we showed 3 vignettes? We showed the pasture, the butcher shop, and then the family dinner. Is that too morbid?
It'll soften the blow if the cows see happy.
All the way to the end.
Now we got to keep in mind that it's got to be designed to view from across the street, and so it can't have too many details that are going to be too elaborate to make out from too far away. I think it would be fun to have this Lecter style kid walking home, almost like he's got a fish on the end of his line.
Yeah, big kebab.
Great big kebab, kid kebab.
Yeah.
What if he's holding it like a picture, like?
I think we need to go with something that's going to look like a wallet. I don't think we need to illustrate the process of killing and taking a cow home. What we want to put on here is something that Ericsson's would have approved 100 years ago for an Ericsson ad. I don't mind if there is elements of humor in it, but it has to be tasteful and something they would have been proud of.
What is it that they probably wanted to say to the town when they were in business, that they're in service to the family? They're the family's service.
Now you're talking like an ad man.
Does it need to have a slogan, anything like that, or just the picture?
The old ad that was up there was Ericsson Meat and Grocery Co.
But does it need to have, you know, like meats for the table, or happy cows make happy steaks, or something like that? I
Here's
don't
the
know.
beef.
Here's our beef.
All right, well, I think we've got some great ideas up here. Should we throw some thumbnails together?